Hi guys, Daniel here. In this ZELDA Skyward Sword video, I'm gonna guide you through the dungeon Ancient Cistern. Alright guys, we're heading to the Ancient Cistern. To reach the dungeon, we need to pass through this door in the Faron Woods. We open it by using the sword charged with the Skyward Strike power, and with that we can paint with the sword, and we want to draw a circle to finish this symbol. Oh wow, look at my circle! It's the best circle ever! The game can't realize I'm making a circle. Come on, there we go. Thanks. That's a pain. From here we dive into the lake and we're gonna follow this guy, a seahorse jelly creature. Following the jelly F isn't too hard. Make a swirl dash to break through obstacles under the water. Abuse the frogs to blow up the boulders blocking the way. Perform a swirl dash towards the surface when you need to make jumps. And use swirl dashes to attack the evil fish called a Craniok. This will eventually take us to the water dragon named Faron. The water dragon is hurt after a fight with Girahim, so we need to head back to the Skyview Temple and grab some sacred water for her. Back at Skyview Temple, we want to go to the Skyview Spring again. In the old boss room, we will encounter 3 Stalfos. I strongly recommend to cheese those guys by using bombs. To get the sacred water, we simply need an empty bottle and grab some at the waterfall. With the water in hand, we head back to the water dragon so she can heal. Alright, so when Faron is healed, she will do some abracadabra on the waterfall so we can enter the dungeon. Finally. The first thing we're gonna do here in the Ancient Cistern is to cross the water and have a look at the sign next to the locked door. On the sign is a clue that reveals the order and direction for how to hit a special lock mechanism attached to a door that we will come to later. Carved into the great statue are inscriptions of gratitude. They reveal the secret order of this temple. First the back, then the rear, then the back of the right hand, and finally the back of the left hand. So, this clue is not as complicated as it first might look. First at the back simply means we want to look at the carvings at the back of the giant statue in this room. So let's swim and go back there and have a look. Got some frogs here. Hello, bud. Here we can see that the top area is filled with blue color, which in turn means the first direction we want to hit the lock is from the top. Then the sign said the rear, which means the statue's butt, so we're diving down to get a look, and here we can see that the bottom area is filled with blue color. So far we got the directions top, then bottom. Then the clue said the back of the right hand, which means we're gonna get a look at the statue's right hand, and that is also under the water. The hands are open for now, and we can see a silver rupee in the hand's palm. As we approach the rupee, the hand will close and grab Link, so we need to make a swirl dash to grab the rupee. This will close the hand and reveal the next carving. Here, the area to the left is filled with blue color, which gives us the directions top, bottom and left. From here we're gonna go and do the same thing with the left hand, which gives us the last direction, that is right. Now we know the combination to unlock the door I mentioned before, and we're gonna leave this room to the east. So here on the platform we're gonna fight a big choo-choo, and then next to the door we have a lever we need to trigger. In this room, our second room, we're gonna head down and to the left where we're gonna encounter two Skulltulas. As they are on the ground, we wanna flip them with an upward slash so we can execute a fatal blow. Alright, we could sneak past this first one, but this one comes down, alright. Here we got another sign with information, and we got the door with the special lock mechanism on it. But first, let's read the sign. See what it says. Strike the gemstones pointing in 4 directions wisely. The way will only open for one who knows the temple's secret order. And we do know the order. So we're gonna strike it from top, from bottom, from left, and from right. And just like that, open sesame, cause Linky Boy is here. In this room, we got Skulltulas hanging from the ceiling. I'm dealing with those by using the flying beetle. We're gonna climb the vines on the other side, so we're gonna use the beetle to deal with the Whirlpool there as well. The next thing we need to do is to drop down on a water lily leaf to flip it upside down. The roots under it are blocking a pathway, and by flipping it, we can progress through the passage under the water. Here we got some planks blocking our path. A swirl dash takes care of it. I like to take this opportunity to mention that swimming using motion controls are a pain. I really struggle to make a smooth and direct way, but, well, it is what it is. From here, we reach a door leading back to the previous room and a chest holding a key. The key is needed to open the locked door leading into the big statue in the main room. With the key in our pocket, we can backtrack by using this geyser. A Dekubaba built a home up here, so we're gonna take our chance and kill it. We will also ignore that heart, but pick up this rupee. Noob behavior at its finest. Okay, so we are back in the big main room. And here is the big statue in front of us. So we're gonna walk around, slash some choo-choos, and then open the locked door. Oh, and by the way, let's save at the bird statue. Let's not be stupid. Better safe than sorry, they say. Inside the statue, we gonna jump down, where we will encounter the Stalmaster, a new mini-boss. In the first phase, the Stalmaster will be similar to the Stalfos and block two directions with its weapons. Walk backwards and in a circle so you don't end up against a wall, at the same time as you slash at an open direction, and be swift to ready the shield to defend from any counterattacks. In the second phase, the Stalmaster will free two more arms and at times block all directions except the torso, which can be stabbed. I find it a bit difficult to execute the stabs, so instead I'll be patient and look for openings from the sides, as it's easier to connect with a slash. I continue to walk backwards in a circular motion as I slash when I see an opening and ready my shield as fast as I can to avoid counterattacks. Here I successfully blocked a counterattack which stunned the Stalmaster, leaving it open for some damage. It sure is a good feeling to nail. With the Stalmaster out of the way, the bars in front of the door is opened. So with that, we got a chest holding the dungeon item. You got the whip. Attached to the end of the whip is a strange glowing sphere of light that can latch on to various things. If you see something you can't reach, target it with ZL and snag it with your whip. Snap! So, the main use for the whip will be to trigger switches and levers. It can also be used to grab items from enemies, and it will be used to rip the limbs of the dungeon boss. In front of us, we got a tap. We will use the whip on it and turn on a geyser so we can ascend upwards. Since we forked the Stalmaster and got the whip, I recommend to make another game save. Now, when we got the whip, we're gonna run over to the other side of this room and execute some Tarzan moves. You can see the hooks sticking out from the wall. Gonna use the whip to cross. Ah, that's right, we need to lock our target before using the whip. From here we can see a chest. And that should be the dungeon map for you guys. You got the dungeon map. It shows the layout of the area and reveals unexplored rooms. Next up, we're gonna dive into the water and swim towards the waterfall located to the west in this room. Here we got a water lily leaf we need to flip and a switch to trigger. This will turn off the water flow and reveal an entrance under the water and a hook sticking out from the wall. From here, we're gonna dive in the water again and go through the newly revealed passage. And here we find a cute little friend. Hello, buddy. Oh, he likes me. Oh, wow. Through the bars, we can see another switch. We can simply trigger it by using the whip through the bars. Now we enter a big room with some bokoblins equipped with bow and arrows. Simply ready the shield to fend off those arrows. The goal in this room is to open a tap that will create a swirl in the pool, and to reach that tap, we need to parkour our way around and up. Oh, some Dekubabas. Gonna try to shoot the stem off this guy. Take that. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, gonna try and deflect instead. That didn't work either. Let's just slash them then. Here I am trying to be all fancy. Oh, and I took an arrow to my knee. What's going on? So let's forget about that and continue towards this spinning whiny thingy. And we can climb up and around. And enjoy the ride for a moment. Another bokoblin with a bow. There we go. And here we have some thingies. We have a hook. We got a Voltula. And we got a switch. Dealing with the Voltula like that. Now, time for the switch. I'm gonna use the whip on it. That opens the bars to that tap I mentioned before. And now we just have to climb back up, get some altitude so we can swing over using the whip. I simply love those mechanics to progress in the Zelda games. This is pure Zelda for me. Alright, more Dekubambas. Let's see if we can do this better. You wanna hug? That's one. There we go. Safe and steady. Oh. Anyways, whip on that tap and we got some action going on. So, by jumping down the swirl, Link will end up at floor B1. At this point, this is just a short passage, so we can come back at a higher position in the first big main room. In this room, we got a bird statue, so we can save the progression. We also got some Skulltulas hanging from the ceiling. We want to cut down one Skulltula so it lands on a lily leaf, making it flip so the roots is not in the way for a passage that we need to go through. Here comes a quite neat mechanic involving the whip. The bokoblin on the other side of the bars got a key and we can see it sparkling. By using the whip we can snatch the keys and unlock the door. Here we get a short cutscene showing a huge room with a chest in the middle. It holds the boss door key, also known as the Blessed Idol, and we're gonna get there soon enough. For now, we're gonna continue forward and down and up this pipe. Just love the magical physics here. Our next objective is to trigger a switch that will lower the statue above the chest that we saw before. To reach that switch, we need to do some dungeon puzzling, and we're gonna start with flipping this very lily leaf so we can go through the passage under it. But first, a game save. Alright, so from here we want to flip a lily leaf on the eastern side of this room and climb upwards. In that way we will find ourselves above the lily leaf I mentioned earlier, and we will be able to drop down and flip it that way. So let's flip this and then deal with the Voltola, of course. Little buggers causing issues. Here's some candy for ya. Trying to run away. And first try. Climbing up here. A little staircase. And a quadrubaba. That's how you do it. But finally we are above the lily leaf, so we're just gonna drop it down here and it will flip. And we can enter this passage. This looks a little bit weird on the map since it's on the same floor, but the pathway is overlapping. Oh man, this is so easy. So easy to control Link while swimming. Oof. Get a panic attack. Anyways, we're gonna end up here where we have another tap. And triggering this tap will make the lily leaf that we flipped earlier go up on a geyser so we can pass above it instead. So we are back by the lily leaf and we need to flip it back so we can pass over it this time. So we are back in the big main room. This time we are at the higher grounds. We got a new type of enemy here called a phoenix. With the whip ready, keep the bird targeted and wait for it to fall down its tail. Then use the whip and pull it over. We got some climbable vines here with Voltolas on them. Deal with the spiders first using the slingshot with the beetle, and then we can start climbing. Our destination is the lever that we can see a bit further down. Here we can see the lever. It is in its upward position, so we need to drag it downwards using our whip. Dragging it the wrong direction will not trigger it. Now the statue will be lowered above the chest. Unfortunately, we can't just go and grab the chest from here. Our next objective will be to raise the statue again, but from a location where we can descend to the chest location. From here, before we go down and enter the statue, we want to trigger a tap that opens a geyser for backtracking. And once again, before I progress into the statue and down to the cursed lands, I'm gonna go and make a game save. Who could have guessed? Inside the statue, we simply want to drop down to the bottom. We're about to face a new enemy here, a cursed bokoblin. Those guys will slowly approach Link and grab hold of him. They are slow and not too difficult, but they got loads of health and you need to slash them a lot. My advice is to make a spin attack so they fall on their backs and make a fatal blow. One interesting detail here is that they are afraid of the sacred shield, so by holding the shield up, they will walk away from Link instead of towards him, make them easier to handle and control when there are many of them around. If you are lucky, those guys will drop an evil crystal. The evil crystal is used to upgrade the big bugnet, the iron bow and the sacred bow, and you want 4 or more of this one. I'm not so lucky in my playthrough, so I'm gonna grind for the evil crystal later. There we go. Anyone else? Anyone else want a piece? If you need some hearts or some rupees, feel free to send your flying beetle through the eyes of this structure. Blue rupees and 3 hearts. That's what they offer. More cursed bokoblins. No evil crystals, eh? Buggers. A quick overview. I see a flippable lily leaf, a hook that we can swing under, and a boulder blocking the way. If we run this way, passing all the keys, we're gonna find a bomb flower on the ground and a sign with a clue. We got a goddess wall here, but I'm not putting too much time on interacting with those nor the gossip stones to favor a better tempo through my playthrough. Here's the sign though, let's read it. A gemstone shines deep within the eye. Strike it to shut the mouth and dam the flow. This means we're gonna use the beetle again to hit a gemstone. This will allow us to pick up the bomb flower with the beetle and deal with the boulder blocking our way. So now we're gonna cross the cursed water and flip this water lily leaf. Flip. And we're gonna go up on this platform, and here we can turn around and get a good view of the structure with the eyes where we're gonna send the beetle. So this stops the flow of water, and there we have the bomb flower. To our left we have the boulder that we need to destroy. I'm gonna backtrack and cross the water again, so I get a good angle to use the beetle to pick up the bomb flower. Now we can swing over the abyss and start climbing the vertical spinning cylinders. Our goal for the moment is to reach the top of this cave and climb back out in the big main room and send the statue back up so we can reach the chest holding the boss door key. Let's Tarzan our way over here and start climbing this cylinder. From here we can jump over to the next spinning cylinder. Here we're gonna enjoy the ride for a little bit, going all the way around until we reach this platform. Here we have a lever. We need to climb those vines and trigger that lever so the spinning floor will switch direction. We don't want to end up in those spikes over there. Take note that the direction of the spinning cylinders will also change, so we want to head to the other side of those bars and change the direction again. Oh, more zombies. Sir, you don't have an evil crystal to me, no? Guess not. Of course not. The green rupee, you keep it. From here we can see our destination, the bright area with a rope. Let's jump onto this cylinder. Have a ride around, and we're gonna drop down here on this platform. Now we are on the other side of the bars, so we can head up this way and trigger that lever again. Alright, let's use the whip, drag it to the right, swap direction, backtrack to the big cylinder here, and we're gonna join the ride for quite a bit here this time. Alright, we're almost there. We've got some annoying fire keys here. Can't reach them. There we go. And here it is, the epic climb. The epic climb of Skyward Sword, guys. Oh no! Cursed bokoblins coming after me. They're gonna grab my butt. Oh no, I'm gonna break free. Oh no, you don't. Come on, Link boy, climb. Jesus. So here we find ourselves back in the big main room, at the location where we can backtrack to the chest. But let's read this clue. Return the stone giant to its original form and descend below the earth again along the thread. Yeah, we better do just that. So we're gonna trigger this switch. This will make a bridge come out so we can reach the lever. Fancy, fancy. And now, a rice stone statue thingy. Sweet. And now, as always, when we're close to a bird statue, let's save the game progress, shall we? Alright, so with the statue back up, we're gonna head back down and see if there is any chance for us to get that chest. It's a tab here that we can trigger to create a little shortcut. Gotta love those shortcuts. We never use them though, do we? I'm gonna drop down here. And there it is. Look at that. Beautiful chest. And a lot of bones around it. Scary. You got the blessed idol. This carved wooden statue looks like it's supposed to inspire gratitude. It also looks like the stone statue on the upper floor. And we got company and we're gonna get squished. Let's just go up here and ignore all that. Sorry guys, have fun. Catch you later. So now we're heading back into the statue this way. And we're gonna trigger some taps here, so we can use gazers to ascend the statue. We wanna go all the way to the top, and there we can put the blessed idol, the key, into place, and then enter the boss room. Thank you very much for watching my ZELDA content. Feel free to be awesome and show your support by subscribe to the channel. You stay safe now. Much love. Alright, so here we are at the top. On our right hand side we have the mechanic where we're gonna interact and put the blessed idol. Need to flip it around a little bit. Goes in this way. Now we can walk out on top of the statue, but we are not done quite yet. We have a few taps that we need to trigger first. Soon we are on top of the world. It's a very uplifting dungeon, isn't it? Finally, the last bird statue, the save before the boss. And we made it. We completed the Ancient Cistern.